10 types of men you should deny or limit access to your wife. As he will lure her into intimacy before your very eyes. Do you understand, my brothers? I'm going to talk on, expose what these 10 men can do that may affect or push your wife into having intimacy with them. Therefore, I advise you, after listening to this teaching today, make sure you don't allow them into having access to your wife, to your woman in that marriage with her. One of such man is her ex-boyfriend. Did you hear that? Her ex-man friend. If you married a woman who had a relationship with a man, and it got to your knowledge that this man, this particular man, you have seen him before, or he lives around your street, was your wife's former boyfriend, make sure you deny him access to your wife. Make sure you limit his access to your wife. And friendship, the love they shared, the relationship they had will come up again. Before you know it, your wife may either leave you going back to her ex, or you may begin to have one problem or the other in that marriage with your woman. Remember, past relationship can rekindle old feelings. The feelings they shared before, the love they had before. Before you know it, you won't want anything before your wife in that marriage. If you want to be happy with your woman in that relationship with her, make sure you push away her old boyfriend from coming back to her, else you will miss her. The second kind of man you should limit access to your wife, else you will have problem losing your woman, is an overly flirtatious man. This kind of men always and often flirt with women to boost their ego or get attention. Their behavior may be charming at first, but may lead to emotional connection or physical affair. Any man who flirts with women, he is your friend, and you have known that he flirts with different women before your very eyes. You should know as well that if you don't limit him access to your woman, to your wife in that marriage, he is going to throw her off balance. He is going to take over her, either mess her up and leaving her for you to bear the shame, or outrightly taking her away from you in that marriage. Make sure you avoid such men. They are dangerous. Limit them from having access or seeing your wife, especially when you are not around. It is necessary. The next type of man you should limit access to your woman, whether you are there or not, is your male friend with hidden agenda. There are so many friends you have as a man, you do not know what they are capable of doing. They can do things you cannot imagine. This kind of men are such that are seeking for intimacy from women or their friends' women. Make sure you are very, very careful. They come with ulterior motive unknown to you. They may use your friendship with them as a disguise for their personal gain over your wife. Make sure you do not allow this kind of men access to your women in marriage. You are going to regret it. Many of them caused problems in their friends' homes, between their friends and their women. They are very dangerous. Make sure you cut them off, especially in this period of celebration where your friends, your male friend, will pretend he disguises himself coming to visit you and your family. Many of them will begin to look for other things beyond what you know they have come for. There was a story a woman told me. She said that her husband's friend, whenever he come to visit the family, will be in her one kind of look. So sometimes the man will hit her, bum bum. Sometimes the man goes further to touch towards her breast whenever she goes there to serve him food, but unknown to her husband. And I asked her, did you tell your husband? Don't you think it's necessary you tell your husband? He said no, that she didn't, see it that way, that she didn't want to cause problem between her husband and the friend. I asked her whether she is interested in what the man is doing, because for refusing to expose him, it is going to go beyond what he's doing at that time. So you know how to deal with it. Another kind of man you should keep away, limit access to your wife, else you will lose her, is male friend with hidden agenda. What do these kind of friends do? What agenda do they hide? Some male friends may have ulterior motives, such as seeking emotional intimacy, physical attraction, or personal gain. You may use your friendship with them as a disguise to carry out their personal gain. Unknown to you, be very careful. If you are a man, your best friend has a hidden agenda, especially when you notice that he comes to your house when you are not there. Most times you will come back and your wife will tell you, oh, your friend came this morning. Immediately you left, he was here and he stayed with me for almost 3 hours. Be very careful. This is how they start. Another kind of man you should keep off from your wife, as he may either end your life because he wants to continually stay with your wife, have intimacy with your wife, is a social media friend. Who is a social media friend? Yes. Remember, we are all in social media. We teach here and so many people come to watch and comment. And through this teaching, most YouTubers have developed a kind of closer relationship with some of their viewers, with some of their subscribers. Yes, sometimes you see that some of them have ulterior motives. Some of them have something outside what they are supposed to. They look at these women and some of them fall in love with them. And you find out that immediately they get in contact with them, they begin to go out with them, having an intimate relationship with them, thereby separating these women from their husbands, from their families. This is very bad. Make sure you watch the kind of people who are on social media, who are coming close to your wife, who are very intimate, very close to your woman. Some of them do otherwise. Make sure you are careful. And sometimes online connection can quickly develop into emotional or physical affairs. Social media can create a false sense of intimacy, making it easier for people to cross boundaries. Yes, this is what I have just said. Another kind of man you should keep away, limit access to your wife, is overly charming or a manipulative man. Do you understand? These men use charm, flattery, or manipulation to influence others. Their behaviors can be attractive at first, but it may hide ulterior motives in him, such as emotional or physical exploitation. Most of them who come to you, who are your friends, do this. Some of them use different means to make sure they lure your wife into sleeping with them, even in your own house, on your own bed. Make sure you know the kind of man you bring close to you, especially those men who are charismatic, those men who are very charming. When they come, they smell very good and they look decent. They dress well. Some women who are not matured and who don't have the fear of God, it will begin to sleep with these men who call themselves your friend. Make sure you are very careful, my brother. Many of our men are no more because the man they call their friend, who has interest in their women, have taken them to beyond this earth. They are no more. And make sure you know the kind of person you should allow access to your woman, to your house. It is very necessary. The kind of man or type of man you should limit access to your house, to your family, is co-workers with questionable intentions. Yes, there are so many women who sleep with their co-workers. My brother, if you notice anything going on, if you suspect your woman with your co-worker, a male co-worker, make sure you tread carefully. Make sure you show your displeasure. You show that you do not want it. Limit access to such a man coming close to you. Most of them eventually marry your woman because they keep sleeping and your woman finds them very reliable. They take them as their burden bearer. Before you know it, they are sleeping and will not stop. Whatever you say about it, about what she is doing, she will not give you a cogent answer and will never want to heed to your advice in cutting off from the co-worker. Another type of man you should limit access from your woman in that marriage. Yes, you have a woman who is sleeping with a man before you and you won't know it. Your woman sleeping with your friend who will cover it off. Eventually, when it is blown open, you may lose your life. A man who disrespects boundary, that's your friend, my brother, you know that do not respect boundaries but disrespect it. You tell him, don't go to this area in my family. You see him going there. You see some of them disregard personal space, physical boundaries, or emotional limits. They may as well push for physical intimacy with your woman if you're not careful. Emotional closeness or control, ignoring the other person's comfort. These are the kind of men you should not even be friends with, except you are doing what he is doing to your woman. A woman told me that her husband sleeps with his friend's wife. So if you are such a man that do it, you do on his woman, he will as well do on you. But if you are not such a man, make sure you limit him access to your home, to your marriage, especially when you are not there. Avoid any man who goes to your house when you are not there. You will find it difficult to control your wife. They are always aligned to men who are very present before them. A man that can tell their needs. A man that can report you, to. There was something that happened. A man had a driver. Before he knew it, the driver started, sleeping with his wife. Before he knew what was happening. And because this man is always close to the wife, he didn't know that the woman was already sleeping with this driver. It was something unimaginable. The man couldn't believe it. But because he has love for his wife and they already have about 5 children, he has to sack the man. And as I'm telling you, the wife is now a better woman. She was the one that confessed what really happened, how the driver was sleeping with her. Make sure you protect your wife. Sometimes women are very fragile. Sometimes they don't understand these things the way they happen. You as a man is in the position to explain and protect such a woman. Another kind of man you should avoid or limit access to your wife, to your family members. A man with a history of emotional unavailability. These are the kind of men that struggle with intimacy, commitment, or emotional connection. They may have a pattern of distance or unavailable behavior, leaving their partners feeling unheard, unseen, or unvalued. These kind of men are capable of going into your woman if you are not careful. They are not steady. They are not available for the women they had, making it very easy for them to see your wife as an easy prey. Make sure you avoid this kind of men. Men who do not value your woman. They speak anyhow, they talk anyhow. If you just watch me and you heard what I have said, the 10 kind of men, the 10 types of men, you shouldn't limit access to your wife, to your marriage, they are very dangerous. Before you know it, they will sleep with them and move on, just to disgrace you, just to ridicule you, just to tell you that you married a woman who cannot resist him, just to tell you that he is so charming that he can get anything from your household. Be very careful. Especially in this Christmas celebration period, so many people will visit your home. Make sure you watch out for the kind of men that are not really necessary to come to your home. Be very careful so that your life will be preserved. Many of them, when they love your wife, they will begin to plot and plan on how to take your life away from this planet Earth and take over that woman. By God's grace, it will not happen in your life. If you watch me and you have something to add, I didn't add to the kind of men should limit access to your wife, kindly put it down in the comment section. If you are seeing me for the first time, you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and encourage your sister. My returning viewers, my subscribers, God bless all of you. Keep encouraging me, keep supporting me. We are going and we are moving. God bless all of you. Kindly give this channel a thumbs up, notification button, share this video to all your friends. Remember, we are here daily. Kindly follow us and God bless you. Love you. Happy Christmas. Bye bye.